Good afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Chimwaza, and I'm going to present the contact class for assignment-based question. The subject is Basic Communication in Policing. Welcome to Basic Communication in Policing, Module 1 in particular. I am your tutor for Basic Communication, and I will mark your assignments as well as the examination for this subject. I wish you all to be hardworking, dedicated, and self-driven students in this course. This presentation will cover the assignment questions. General guidelines on writing academic assignments will be explained. Instructions and information to candidates. Pay attention to module outcome. Read your question carefully before attempting to answer them. You are required to write neat and clear work. If possible, type your assignment. The font for all typed assignments should be Calibri body, size 12, spacing 1.5. Before you submit the assignment, make sure that all your answer sheets are stapled together correctly. If you can, just number your pages and staple them according to the number of the pages before you submit. In case you have some challenges with questions, call me, provided you have read your work. Consult also various sources for more information. Let's quickly look at the subject overview. This module serves as a firm foundation for other modules. Throughout your career, you will be required to describe events in English in your own words. Grammar refers to the study of or rules for forming words and combining them into sentences. These rules must be applied to enable you to access meaning. Punctuation marks can be seen as road signs. Just as these signs tell you when to slow down or stop, so punctuation tells you how a line should be read or understood. Always remember that if a punctuation mark is not doing anything useful, it should be avoided. Tenses are used to show which events or action come before others. The verb indicates the time of action. Combining sentences clarify meaning, group related ideas together, and cancels unnecessary details. Let's look at the exit learning outcomes. After studying this module, you'll be able to, number 1, use the basic elements, part components of the English grammar. If you remember when you were going through your module, you realized that we have 9 parts of speech. So you need to be familiar with all those 9 parts of speech. Use punctuation. Know how to use a comma, semicolon, full stop, punctuation, all the punctuation marks. You need to learn how to use them. Learn to use the 3 basic tenses. That is the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. We are also going to look at combining sentences. Assignment questions. These assignment questions are discussed as they appear on the tutorial letter of 2018. Here are the following questions. Question number 1. Identify the following. You are going to get a text where you are supposed to read the text and then you identify the following part of speech. The countable nouns, uncountable noun, abstract noun, proper noun, regular verbs, personal pronoun, preposition, demonstrative pronoun. So you need to be familiar with all these different parts of speeches so that you can be able to identify them. Summary. Write a summary of the passage above in your own words. Use at least 100 words using the right punctuation. This part has got clear instructions. You need to summarize the passage, number 1, in your own words. Do not copy and paste the text as it is. Paraphrase. Use your vocabulary that you've been learning so that you can be able to summarize. And you need to use at least 100 words. Do not exceed 100 words. Write down the main points from the text in the summary form. Question 2. Read the following text and underline the correct answers. What you simply need is to read, and then from the text you underline. You are going to be given two options, and from the two options you just underline option that is correct. Question 3. Rewrite the following passage, insert the correct punctuation mark and correct spelling or change of word where necessary to convey the passage message. I've been explaining that when you are studying in your module, you have different punctuation marks that you need to learn, and you need to remember them. So this portion is going to test you on your understanding of punctuation marks, your understanding of correct pronunciation, your understanding of correct spellings, and some change of words here and there. You are going to rewrite, that is to copy the message again, but this time you are going to use the correct punctuation mark, and also remember to include capital letters when necessary. Pay attention to spelling mistakes as well. Question 4. Indicate whether the following sentences are true or false by marking an X on the answer of your choice. You read the statements carefully. The true or false part, this is basically everything in the module. That is just asking you. You can be asked whether a verb is an action word, and if that statement is true, you simply put true, and if that statement is false, you simply put false. So you need to study the module, and then you know when you are being asked these true or false questions, you need to be able to answer them correctly. Question 5. Combine following sentences. Join the sentences with the correct preposition. 5.2, abbreviate the following word carefully. You are going to be given a set of words that you need to abbreviate. 5.3, write the following sentence in the past tense. You need to change the verb tense to past tense. 5.4, rewrite the following sentences in future tense. Change the verb tense to future tense. 5.5, rewrite the following sentences in the present tense. You need to change the verb tense to present tense, present perfect tense. 5.6, identify the tense of the sentence. You simply identify the verb tense that you have been given. 5.7, insert the appropriate apostrophe. Put the apostrophe where it's appropriate. This part has to do with possessive. So you are going to get a noun with supposed to be a possessive form, so you need to put the apostrophe where it's supposed to be. Question 6. This is a composition article that you are supposed to write. Mercy killing is about to be legalized in your country, and the police as a department is totally against this proposal. Write an article that will be placed in a newspaper expressing your police department's view. You can use the following in your arguments. Mercy killing is not only a crime, but a sin. You don't have the right to take someone's life. It leads to hallucinations, and it's not worth it. Use at least 200 words. So you are given pointers here where you can follow. However, you are not limited to these points. You can add your own points. But don't write less than 200 words for this article. Please pay attention to the grammar. Basic English mainly explains the use of grammar, the use of spellings, the use of punctuation marks, and for you to extend or to expand your vocabulary. So in this question, I'm going to be simply checking whether you were paying attention to your grammar, to the spellings, to the punctuation marks, and Were you explaining, giving a point and explaining it, expanding it, maybe with the use of examples, and did you stick to the limit of 200 words or you exceeded? Also on this question, you need to introduce your article, you need to write the body, and you need to write your conclusion. So your introduction, your body, and conclusion should be written clearly. Let's quickly look at the assignment cover page. Write your student number, your surname, and name on the space or column provided clearly and correctly. Note, the subject code must be correct. For example, Pold-Bea, that is the subject code, and the name is Basic English. Fill in all other required information to make sure that the assignment cover page is correctly completed. For instance, we have to write the number of pages that are on your assignment, and if you had any other challenges, there is a section where you need to comment on whether you found the assignment to be challenging. If there were any other challenges, you need also to comment on them. Let me also clarify on certain things that might be a problem when I'm marking the assignment. If you are handwriting the assignment, please make sure that you write only on one side of the assignment page. Don't write on the double. For example, this page, we have this page here, and if you turn it over, you also have another page. So please only write on one side of the paper. Do not go and write on the other side. If you want to exceed, you take a fresh page and you continue writing from a fresh page. Please, can you follow that? Common errors made by students. These are writing the wrong subject code on the cover page, providing wrong student numbers, paper not stapled tight, and some pages getting lost, copying or photocopying other students' assignment and submitting as your own work, making copies of the study guide and submitting. What I mean by making copies of the study guide is if the question is asking you to explain the differences between a semicolon and a colon, you simply go on into the study guide and you copy what the study guide is saying. Read the study guide, understand it into your own words, and then give me the answer. There's no point for you to be copying the study guide and you claim that you have answered the assignment. Answering an assignment is you showing to me that you read your module, you went on to investigate, or you went on to research on other sources, and then you came up with your own answer. That is what is needed to be done when you are answering this assignment. Instructions and information to candidates. What you should do in this assignment. Provide sufficient answers, meaning don't write too little or too much. Also check the mark allocated to determine the length of your answer. If the answer is requiring 1 mark, don't write a long answer. And if the question is requiring 10 marks, don't just write a short answer. Write according to the mark allocation. Try by all means to make use of your own words and refer to your experience. Make sure your statements or ideas make sense of what you intend to say. Good luck with this assignment. Do not hesitate to contact me should you experience some challenges in completing the assignments.